So today is the 8-8 portal, the Lion's Gate portal, and the new moon in Leo, 16 degrees. And so in celebration of our heritage and our connection with the Sirian collective, I'm doing a Great Pyramid spread with the Akashic tarot deck. And I've pulled out 4 oracles for some guidance. I've asked my spirit guides, specifically Metatron, the Sirian collective, my spiritual team, and my higher self to please come together in this space to deliver the message. How can I evolve and transform into the next evolution for my highest good, into the next timeline, so that I may be of service to the collective. So I'm going to turn over all these cards, and all of these decks are new to me, in that I'm going to have to use the book in order to really glean the message. When I turn them over, you're going to see that they're not self-explanatory. I may do a little meditation on them, actually, after I reveal them, because this is not traditional tarot. These are very different cards. So I'm going to put this on pause. I'm going to turn all this. Actually, I'll do it on camera. I'll turn them all over. So this is card 1. Oh, yes, so it is card 1. The One of Forces, the Akashic Field. Ooh, that's giving me chills. Okay. Here's card 2. The 8 of Keys, the Master Artisan. Ooh, I like that. Card 3. Archangel Michael has joined the reading. Thank you, Archangel Michael, for being here. My God. Who do we have next? The Lightning Bolt, 8 of Forces. So we've got 2 8s. Very fitting. It is the 8-8 portal. Wow. Wow, wow, wow. Yeah, the Lightning Bolt. That's kind of, doesn't that remind you? It reminds me of the Tower. Major transformation. Okay, so let's see what's happening next here. The 4 of Forces, spring, autumn. Interesting. So we're talking about the vernal and the autumnal equinox. Okay, let's see what comes next. The King of Keys. The King of Keys. Okay. The Buddha prepares. I get a really strong sensation about definitely going within and sort of, right, like that preparation time. So this is the time that we're withdrawing and going into meditation to receive these divine messages. That's powerful. Okay, let's see what's crowning the spread. I have chills right now. 3 of Scrolls, setting your course. Wow. There's something very, 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 very powerful. Like, I have, like, absolute, like, full body chills right now. Whew. All right, let's go into, this is the Archangel Metatron deck by Amanda, what's her last name? Amanda Ellis. Dear Amanda Ellis. She's wonderful. If you guys have never watched her, you need to watch her. Communication. This is the throat chakra. Speak up and be heard. Yeah. I think I did this one next. This is the Starseed Oracle. Actually, we've got the box here. Rebecca Campbell's Starseed Oracle. Let's see what we have here. Double mission. Lightworker Starseed, serve the world by being you. Whew. Okay. I like that. Maybe no explanation needed there, but I am going to read it anyway. And then this is from, let's see, this is from The Secret Language of Light by Denise Jervis. Insight. God, these are powerful. And then what do we have here? Love begins. Yeah. So there's something new, definitely, this 8-8 portal. Do you feel the power? I don't know if you can feel it right now, but just breathe into that. There is powerful energy around this reading right now. And I'm in my lair. If any of you watch my channel, you'll know this is not where I tape. Like I'm from the 80s. I am from the 80s. This is not where I record my messages. I do it in my other tarot space. And so, yeah, we're deep in the heart here today, you guys. This is amazeballs. All right, let me put this on pause so that I can do a little reading. I think I'm going to read about this insight card. I definitely want to go into this double mission card and possibly this communication card. I don't know that I need to really go into the communication card. And this is just simply an Ace of Cups. But it's from the Psychic Tarot Oracle deck. My very first Oracle deck, which is why you see the cards are all like jacked up looking. I've had this deck. This was my very first Oracle deck that I ever got. Pretty cool. All right, guys, give me just a second. I'm going to pause the video and I'm going to be right back. All right, I am back after having looked up some of the messages for these cards. We have completely, this is totally different kind of a tarot deck. And by the way, where's the box for that so I can show you? Yeah, I already. This is called the Akashic Tarot. It doesn't even have the same number of cards in it. Each of the 4 suits go 1 through 8, and then I think you have like a king and a queen or something. It's very different. It's very different. But you do have the major arcanas, like this number 9 Archangel Michael is a major arcana. As well as this number 13, the Buddha prepares. So anyway, starting in this spread, we've got this One of Forces, which is the Akashic field. And this kind of talks about tapping into the Akashic field. I mean, literally, right? So sitting, in meditation, like first of all, sort of writing down pen to paper what it is exactly that you're that your intent, what your intentions are, I guess, was the first part of it. And then sort of connecting through meditation to ask for inspiration and to visualize your goals, right? So that was the gist of that. And then we got into the 8 of Keys, which is the Master Artisan. And this is about sending your gifts out into the world. So if you're like, whatever your gifts are, like whatever you're a master at, right? So if you're a master writer, musician, creator, speaker, business person, like whatever your gifts are, it's like you coming into alignment, or me coming into alignment at this time, right? With those gifts, and aligning with the Akashic field, with the universe, whatever, name you want to give it, in order to come into like that synchrony, so that you're going to be able to go out and give to the collective, and to step into this next version of yourself, I guess to say. And then Archangel Michael shows up here, and I think he shows up here exactly because we do have a tower. I mean, I was right. This is the tower, this lightning bolt. And I think Archangel Michael shows up here because it's almost like a reassurance to say, hey, look, something is about to go down, in order to clear the energy, right? With towers, you always have to clear away that which is not working for you in order to open up to something greater. But Archangel Michael reminds us, that we have the power, right, within us to withstand the force of the lightning bolt, right? So this is not, it's not easy, right? So when you're elevating and expanding and evolving, and aligning with your life purpose, like you're up leveling to that next expanded timeline, of your own evolution, it's a great stress, right? It's a great stress physically, mentally, emotionally, all of those things. But Archangel Michael, of course, is always with us. We can always call on all of the archangels, all the ascended masters, all of our spiritual team, our guides, our main. I have a main guide. We all do. Even our own higher self, as we tap in through spiritual practice in order to do that. But there is a certain amount of dedication, and there's a certain amount of tenacity that goes in. It's reframing our thought process in our mind to understand that this is an unfolding, all of life is. But in particular, I think at this time, through this portal, this is the energy that's good, that's present, right? There's a lot of blessing here. There's a lot of forward movement. I think within this whole reading, the messages that I'm getting is that the state of being, right, that we're in, that I'm in, because really these are my cards, but I'm sharing them because my hope is that it's going to help somebody else gain perspective on their situation as well. So we're all one, we're all part of this collective. And so as we become energetically synchronized with the universe, as we become in our own evolution, we find ourselves in this place where we're resonating with this energetic field. We begin to be given green lights, right, to move forward on our path to expand into the next part of the journey, the next evolution, the next leg. And as we do that, we're given more and more access, more and more information. But as we're given more, what we do with it, there's this feeling of responsibility, radical responsibility, to take that information, to take that up leveling in order to do something with it. There's more of a discipline that's required, I believe. And I feel like that's kind of what we're talking about here. I mean, if you look at these top 4 cards, they're really building on this bottom row, which is what this spread. And again, this is what do they call this spread? It's a pyramid, right? This is the pyramid. So these top 4 cards really kind of setting your course, right? Spring, autumn, that's about planting your seeds, right? In preparation for a harvest. And Buddha prepares, again, it's kind of going within, right? Because there's a lot of daily discipline that's involved in order to bring whatever you're trying to do out into the world. It requires your constant connecting in, right, with your higher self, with your spiritual team, right, with that soul mission, that contract, or whatever the case you want to call it, that you wrote for yourself before you came into this incarnation. this is all divinely orchestrated. This is all unfolding according to to, to plans, right? And you can choose to go right or left always. But as you start to feel this desire within you to go right, right, to want to, you want to align, you feel this desire to align, to align with spirit, to align with your higher self, to align to this nagging feeling that there's something that you're here to do, like, oh my gosh, like you can, it's palpable, right? Like, what is it? And as you focus on the spiritual disciplines and the practices, and as you commit to those practices, you are given and granted more access, right? So if you are unaware of what the Akashic field is, look it up, right? If you are in a place where you're beginning to get this, not just an idea, but it's like a drop, like there's just something inside of you that's like, yes, like this resonates, this is where I'm going, this is how I feel, this is what I want to do, right? This is what I want to do with my life. I want to evolve and connect in with my spiritual essence, and I want to bring it down to earth, and I want to live it, and I want to be it, and I want to claim my birthright, and my identity as a light worker, right? I want to connect in with my spiritual source. I want to connect in with my guides, with my team, with my lineage, with my starseed origins, right? Like, there's something larger than me, and I'm here to like figure out what it is. And so we're setting off on a course, right? We have so that's the intention, right? So if you resonate with any of what I just spieled off there for a minute, that's setting your course, that's setting your intention. And so the next piece of the puzzle is, well, do you have a spiritual practice? Are you getting quiet every day? Are you connecting in with spirit? Are you tapping in to the cosmic forces, to the spiritual team that's like always around? I mean, they're like around you all the time. They're around every single person. You have a spiritual team. Are you asking for help? Are you leaning in to connect with that team, with those beings, right? And this King of Keys, let me see if I can remember what this was about. Yeah, okay. So, and and this may be personal to me, but I mean, it could be to any number of people. Like, the center card in this spread is the focus. And so the King of Keys it's that entrepreneurial spirit, right? It's that spirit of like independence, of coming out. It's like business career focused, right? It's goal oriented. I am a goal oriented person, right? So it's not just about being, with like, it's not all about other people. It's not all about, this is what I get from it anyway, right? It's not about being dependent upon the feedback loop, right, from our external environment, from other people, but it's about being really inwardly focused and having this idea and this mindset that you're here to accomplish a thing. You have a goal in mind, and you're about to set off on your course to accomplish it, right? And so I'm planting seeds, you're planting seeds, right? We are doing our preparation work. We're, tapping into the Akashic, right? We are tapping in and identifying, like, what are we a master at? What are we here to convey to the rest of the collective? Like, what is our talents? What is our gifts? What are they? Identifying them and mastering them, right? Becoming masters of them, and then having that strength and drawing upon that strength, right? As we tap into our spiritual team and to the archangels and the masters and the guides and to God himself, herself, itself, you know, to source, to the universal spirits, to the sun, to the logos, right? To the all, where we came from, where we're going, right? We're all one when you reduce it all down. So it's like a beginning of an unfolding, something new. It's interesting. And so, yeah, love begins. I mean, that's a number one. So it's like coming into harmony, beginning anew down this journey where you find emotional fulfillment, right? Like as a human being, we find fulfillment in our journey. And so let's take a look at this insight card, because I actually opened it up so I could read. It says, you are or about to see further, higher, and deeper through space and time. Your psychic skills are expanding and seeing through the lens of your soul. Hone your abilities by reading about or doing a workshop on intuitive development. We are all psychic. It's part of who we are. But we have thrust this ability into the background in favor of other senses. Problems occur when we keep looking at the manifested world for proof of our worth. You are worthy because you're here. There is nothing to prove. You could become an intuitive reader if this is something you desire. It could also mean you are learning to trust what you feel, and the next steps to take will drop into your mind in the following days. Yeah. I like that, right? So it's just tapping into this intuition. It's tapping into your own inner guidance, depending less upon the feedback that you're getting from outside in the world, and really just dropping into your own, your own heart center. Whatever you feel, the action should follow that. Whatever makes you feel good, whatever resonates, whatever, that's your sign. Like, that's the thing that you should take as the message. Like, your takeaway should always be like, does this person, place, circumstance, idea, does this feel right? And if it does, that's your green light. Okay, like that's my understanding of it. And then I love this double mission card too, because sometimes this is a question that I've had in the past, and I'll just read this. Light worker starseeds are mission and purpose oriented. There's a double mission. Many have the feeling that time's running out and there's something they came here to do, create, or contribute. They're here to grow as souls individually, which is their individual mission, but also to contribute to the planet in some action-oriented way, a collective mission. The collective mission is often answered through a career calling or by devoting their life to something bigger. Until they remember their collective mission, it can feel like something's missing or that they're forgetting something important. I definitely feel that. I resonate with that, right? I bet you do too. It's common for lightworker starseeds to feel that they're different and that they may carry soul memories of being visible or sharing their voice. As such, they may protect themselves by dimming their light in order to fit in, or by spending time in some sort of closet, such as a spiritual closet. If you pull this card, you're being called to remember your collective mission and step into it fully. Okay, you're being reminded that your role as a light worker is to light up the world with your presence. This doesn't have to be a great big thing or a decision you need to make. You don't have to have a big plan. If you resonate with being a light worker, all you need to do is work out what lights you up, your passions and joys, and keep doing that. So, for instance, right, I love doing tarot. I also love astrology, right? So I just do it because I love it. It's a joy of mine, right? And um and speak up and be heard, right? So put this communication out onto YouTube. So if you want to, if you have a joy to like teach other people or like share like these downloads and all this information that you get with other people, then do it. Like if that lights you up, use your voice, speak up and be heard. If it makes you feel good, do it. Do it. Whatever it is that you're here to do, it's gonna come to you. Like it, just be open, right? As you go inward and you tap into spirit and source, and you tap into the Akashic field and you ask for guidance. You're gonna give those little intuitive nudges, that little small voice inside that says, yeah, you know what, this feels right, I'm gonna go do this. And just do it. That's that's what you're here to do. You're just here to explore life. And and your mission's going to unfold for you, and you don't really have to stress over it. So that's what I get out of this reading. Boy, you guys, this Lionsgate portal energy is insane. It really is. Nuts. Alright, I'm going to just leave this here. I hope that somebody else found this helpful. I appreciate you listening to me, if you did listen to me, although all the way to the end. Wow. Even if it's just one other person. Let me know in the comments. Alright. I'll see you guys next time.